Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of October and for a change it's not raining. The end of September we had some really grotty wet weather, but thankfully for the last Saturday of September, which was our chilli day, it was a beautiful warm sunny day. We had great fun feeding people all sorts of chilies and barbecued chilies and chilies with cheese. Saw a lot of people, which was nice. I also saw things like our loofahs. These are loofahs and they're getting pretty close to harvest now. They're pretty good, which is good. October is generally a month for us to be doing tidying up. The other thing we have to do in October, or really enjoy doing in October, is judging our school pumpkin competition. And we'll be off to our first school next week to judge their pumpkins, which they grew from the plants we supplied earlier in the year. And that'll carry on until half term really, so we're really looking forward to that. It's a great time to get out, see the kids and see how well they've done with pumpkins. We've actually harvested our own and haven't done too bad considering the poor weather that we've had, but other than that, no, really it is tidy up time, and I'll give you a run around the nursery. Out here on the veg garden, it's pretty much as we'd expect for this time of year. There's some big gaps now as we've cleared the summer crops. The onions and bits and pieces like that have been lifted. We've got a nice crop of leeks there that'll see us through the winter, and the parsnips just behind. Haven't had any of those yet as we haven't had a frost yet. One of the big disappointments was with the sweet corn. We had a beautiful crop of sweet corn, or two beautiful crops of sweet corn, one of Seville and one of Lark. And then the pheasants found it, and literally over 3 days they took something like 80% of the cobs, or not so much took them but stripped them in situation. So we did eventually get them covered, but I have to say it was more a case of the horse had bolted by the time we got the job done. But never mind, these are things are sent to try, and it's just another one of the pestilences that we've had this year. Brassica cage doing very well. Got some lovely sprouts coming. Cold temperatures that we've been having mean that they're not going to blow, so pretty well happy out here on the veg garden. Things as we would want, and yeah, all quite happy. So down here on the flower garden, the chrysanthemums are looking a lot better than one would expect, considering that the last 4 or 5 days we've had very strong winds and torrential rain. It's surprising they haven't been knocked to bits, but thankfully they're there, looking good. We're starting to cut them, so very happy with these considering it was such a poor start to the year as well. They've made good growth, probably got a little bit taller than we'd like, so we need to get a bit more support if we can, but no, overall they've picked up and pulled themselves round, which is excellent. Here in the bubble, it's tidy up and blocking up time, so we can make some space for some of the more tender things, bringing them into this heated area. This is the only house that we actually heat through the winter months. And similarly, some crops like the aloes and lemongrass, we even make the effort of bringing them down closer to the boilers themselves. So not only is the house heated, but some particular crops have to sit closer to the blowers themselves so they get that extra bit of warmth. But no, so in here quite a busy time as everything is moved around. Fuchsia's being trimmed back now and blocked up tighter on the benches, so we can make every use of every bit of heated space, because obviously with fuel costs now it really does make a difference. So out here in the cell area, it's that time of year where it really does start to look really quite grotty. We're actually going through lots and lots of the perennials, etc., blocking them up, moving some of them in for the winter months, which is something we always do just to give them a bit of extra protection, and then we'll have a good clear up and a move round out here over the next month, which will hopefully take us through for winter. And if I just pan into the top house there, you can see Mark and Brian are cleaning up and going through things, and that'll soon be full up with everything for the winter months. So yeah, no, it's time of year when we're getting on with stuff. So I'll finish off for October where we started, back in with the tomatoes and chilies. Chilies have been excellent this year. I'm really pleased with the crop. We've got a very heavy crop of fruits, and already been picking and using them to make some sauce, which we were selling at our chili day the other day. We have some friends who have a restaurant over in Canterbury, and they also make all sorts of bits and pieces that they use in the restaurant and sell over the winter months, and they're literally coming over in a day or two to do a mass pick. Behind there, tomatoes are still doing very well, still got a good crop that we're picking, and they're still ripening, which is excellent for the beginning of October. So all in all, it's not the best of weather. Things are slowing down now, and it's getting colder, it's getting darker, but that's what happens at this time of year, I guess. But no, it's not been a bad month after all.